Hello, everyone. It's Granny. Come on in, grab your beverage and sit at my table and let's have a chat. Today, we are going to continue our investigation into the videos of Sebastian Rogers. We were starting at the beginning, trying to see if there was anything that we missed. And if you don't know who Sebastian is, he is a 15-year-old autistic male who went missing from his mother and stepfather's home sometime between later hours of February 25th to the early morning hours of February 26th of this year. So there is no evidence that Sebastian walked out of the home. He just vanished. So there's a lot of questions. There's a lot going on in this case. There's a lot of drama, which we're not going to get into here. And so today we are going to watch the infamous hands video. And for those of you who don't know what that is, Chris and Katie, Sebastian's mom and stepfather, did a video. Let me look. With Kaitlin Miller Fox 17 on the 7th of March. And this video, they did not want to be seen on screen. They just shared their hands. Not sure why. They just didn't want to be seen on screen. I don't know. Maybe they saw the behavior panel interview. I don't know. But that interview really did not end up with anything bad really said about them. I mean, maybe a few little things here and there, but nothing overall bad said about them. But I don't know why they didn't want to be seen. But anyway, that's the case. They did not want to be seen. So I'm going to show my screen and we'll go ahead and get started. All right. And I'm going to try to make this bigger. Okay, here we go.
Just to start, just so we have it on file, just both your first and last names and spelling.
Katie Proudfoot, Katie Proudfoot, Proudfoot.
Chris, Chris, last name's Proudfoot, Proudfoot.
So, I mean, first, just as parents, tell me what the last now over a week has been like for you two.
Horrible beyond words. This was an experience that I would have never dreamed would come. Honestly, I can't put words to how hard this has been and how much it hurts not knowing where my son is, where he's at, if he's okay. Just horrible is the best thing I can say.
What about for you?
It's rough. I mean, we are on day 11, no answers. And the horrible things that people say just keep rolling in, regardless of taking time to consider the facts and, assumptions is what they're going off of. But, for us, we sit here and we wait, and hopefully we'll get an answer, or hopefully he walks through our door, which would be amazing.
I was going to say, how badly do you both want Sebastian to just walk through that front door to get that call?
I'd give anything. In a heartbeat, I would give anything.
It's not measurable. Let's put it that way. There's no measurable. Anybody says, oh, it is. You've never sat in these shoes. You've never been in this situation. And I don't ever wish for people to be in this situation.
And what's Sebastian like? What's his personality?
Right. What do you guys think so far of the two of them and what they're saying? They're talking about how horrible it is. It's unmeasurable. They want him to walk through the door. Chris did say something about the horrible things that are being said. People are making assumptions and, to his credit, I will say that has to be horrible. That has to be awful. All of us, you're living your life and this happens. Your son is gone, his stepson, and all of a sudden your life is like a fishbowl, right? I don't know how that would, I don't know, the average person would not know how that would be, right? I mean, we just wouldn't because we don't know. On the flip side of the coin, do they not realize that questions and assumptions would be made? Because Sebastian literally vanished from their home. There's no scent picked up of Sebastian walking out of that home. There's no evidence of Sebastian walking out of that home. Let that sink in, people. So, with that evidence in mind, would we not question Katie? Chris says he wasn't there. I don't know, but would we not question Katie? What happened? Now we have the flashlight video, which is much later than the date of this interview, which this interview was, as I said, March 7th. So we have the flashlight video now that literally shows someone leaving from their home and walking to a parked vehicle in the middle of the night that Sebastian went missing. So somebody knows something. 833-TELL-DOG or 1-800-TBI-FIND, guys. Let's continue.
Like, what does he love to do?
He, for the most part, is happy. He likes to laugh and joke and tell you all about everything and then some. He loves games. He loves video games. He loves to play with his Legos. Even building things with me. We build little projects here and there, but he's always a character.
Are there any weird tendencies that he has that might be able to help people find him in this search?
I don't know how helpful to finding him, but he fidgets constantly. He loves shiny pennies, paper clips. He's always whenever we go to the grocery store, he always looks on the ground and looks under the register counter, and he's always looking for shiny pennies everywhere. Paper clips. He loves to bend them out of shape and play with them, fidget with them. He loves playgrounds. We've said it before, he likes fishing and things like that, but
cats. Boy loves cats.
He does. He loves cats. It's his favorite animal. I don't know. He's a good kid.
There are no leads, nothing caught on video. Your son has been missing for 11 days now. How does that make you feel as parents?
I mean, I don't have words to describe how I'm feeling right now. I mean, every day is harder than the last. I mean, we're out, we're looking, we're trying to make sure that everyone stays looking and doesn't let his face fall to the bottom of a feed or get covered by some other nonsense. I mean,
Okay, I'm going to stop it right there. I was kind of taken aback by her words. She said, every day is harder than the last. And I think for anyone experiencing that, the more days that go by would be harder than the last one, because I would think that you begin to lose hope of him ever coming home. And we can't see her face here, but her voice does not seem to have the same level of distraught that first video had, in my opinion. What do you guys think? I mean, if every day was harder than the last, would you not be even more distraught? I don't know. Am I looking at it in the wrong way? Tell me what you think. Maybe it's easier to talk about as the days go on. But when you make the comment, every day is harder than the last, I don't know. I guess I have questions. And I really wish I could see her face, which is probably why they decided not to show their faces, in my opinion. Again, everything on this channel is alleged. I'm not accusing anyone of anything. This is my opinion and my opinion only. I encourage everyone to go seek the facts for themselves. Okay? Let's continue on.
we just want our boy home.
When you walked in Monday morning and didn't see Sebastian in his room, what was your gut reaction?
My very first reaction was, oh, he got up and got breakfast. But when I realized he actually wasn't in the house, I've never experienced sheer panic in the way that I did. And basically for every minute since that, not knowing where your child is a pain that I've never known pain like this before.
And walk me through the events that happened, from Sunday leading up to Monday when you didn't see him that morning.
Sunday, we were out and about. We had a really good day. We were out doing our thing, running around. We had dinner that evening. And when we came home, we had a pretty good evening together as well. He was playing right up until bedtime and then some. I let him stay up a little late. And when I told him to go to bed, he's like, I love you, Mom. I love you, puppies. And he went to bed. And I went to bed around midnight. Everything seemed fine. And when I went to wake him up for school, that's when I couldn't find him. He wasn't in his room and he wasn't in the house. And that's when I panicked.
And when you panicked, what'd you do?
First thing I did was call my husband, and I said, he's not here. My husband said, what do you mean he's not here? I said, he's not in the house. And he said, immediately just started, did you check here? Did you check there? Did you look here? And I ran through the house. And at that point, I was hysterical, for lack of a word. And we three-wayed the police. And I'm within minutes they were here. I couldn't tell you exactly how long. I know it was fast. And we haven't found him.
When I got the phone call that he was missing, like she said, we asked questions like, where's he at? Check this, check that. And then we called the sheriff's department. I called the sheriff's department. I stayed on the phone pretty much most of the time. And then while I was at work, I asked for a relief, got a relief, got in my truck from Memphis and made my way.
Okay. I want to stop it right here because we have since learned that he didn't ask for relief. He was let go for the day because of safety issues, safety concerns. Chris is a crane operator. Those big high cranes that carry steel beams very high over people's heads, and they have to be on top of their game at all times. And Chris was asked to leave. The other important thing that we now know is that Chris never told his boss or his coworkers that Sebastian was missing. They did not even know that he was married and that he had a stepson, but they did know he had a daughter. All of that is questionable, in my opinion. Why, if you're going to talk about your daughter to your coworkers, why aren't you going to talk about your wife and your stepson who live with you? Daughter doesn't live with you. Am I wrong in thinking this way, guys? Let me know. Let me know your thoughts, your comments, your concerns. If you agree or disagree with me. If you disagree, that's okay. I don't have a problem with you disagreeing as long as you're respectful in the chat. No hate. No hate here. All right, let's continue on.
Way to Nashville.
And that was, I guess, Monday?
The morning that he was missing, yes.
Okay. And so what was your reaction when you got that call from your wife that Sebastian was missing?
Initially, I was like, oh, he's goofing around again. Here we go. He's like hiding. And then when we talked about the places to check and he's not there, I was like, okay, stop. Instantly. Call the police. Instantly. I'm a black and white kind of guy. And
to your knowledge, he didn't take shoes with him, right? He locked the door on his way out. Or I guess, what are some of the things that you think he did as he left?
We checked for all of his shoes and none of them are missing. The door was locked.
And was there some discrepancy as to what he was wearing when he went to bed, or what was he last seen wearing? What was he wearing to bed that night?
When he went to bed, he was wearing black sweatpants with white stripes down the side. And he had on a black long sleeve black shirt with a print on the front. I'm pretty sure it was one of his
like Star Wars or Halloween or
even Minecraft.
Yeah,
those are the three main
it's
things.
The three things that he's.
I've always had a question about that. Why doesn't mom know the exact shirt that was missing? Okay, because wouldn't she know Okay, he had a Star Wars one here, he had a Halloween one here, he had Minecraft one here, or no, he had 2 Minecrafts, they're both there. He had a Halloween, that one's there. You know, why wouldn't you know that? You do laundry for your child. I'm gonna assume that Sebastian didn't do laundry, right? And I'm gonna assume that Sebastian didn't buy his own clothes. You know, now I know I'm making assumptions, but I think those are very real assumptions to make. He was autistic, so I doubt he did his own laundry. I doubt he bought his own clothes. I mean, he may have picked them out, but he wouldn't have bought them. He didn't have a job. So why doesn't Katie know which shirt he had on? Why? That's my question. Why doesn't she know that? You know, she has all the rest of his clothes there. Why doesn't she know what shirt he had on?
Majority is on his clothes.
Yeah.
Boy has his flavors.
And obviously you guys are going through the unimaginable, and then, getting a lot of like the kickback that you've seen on social media. I mean, how much worse has that made it for you two to go through something like this?
Honestly, we stopped looking at it. There's a lot of terrible people in this world, and I don't want to waste energy on any of that. I want the focus on finding our son. The facts are the facts. I mean, the police know the facts.
The facts are the facts, and the police know the facts. Okay? First of all, I don't believe her when she said that they stopped watching social media, because we all know that Chris has been in many different chats, right? So maybe she did, but we know that Chris hasn't. Secondly, the facts are the facts. Yes, the facts are the facts. And the fact is that there is no evidence linking Sebastian walking out of that door. There's nothing to say that he walked out on his own. Nothing. Those are the facts.
And all I ask of anyone is, if they're able and willing, is to help find him, help spread his flyer, help look for him, call in if you know anything or see anything. But we just ask that people focus on finding Sebastian.
And he's never done anything like that before, right? Just kind of walked out of the house.
He's not a runner. This is not normal for him to run away. He's not a runner.
And any places, I guess, I know you guys have been told to stay in the house, right? Just in case he comes home.
We are doing what we've been asked to do by the law enforcement agencies and everybody involved. I am not going to divulge anything more than that.
Yeah. But what I'm trying to ask, I guess, next is, if you were to go out and search right now, if people want to help search, what types of places would you guys look at that he could maybe be at?
Anywhere and everywhere. At this point,
it's been 11 days. He could be anywhere.
Yeah. They've searched the woods. They've searched parks. They've searched creeks. They've searched, at this point, anything and everything.
Anywhere that he could be staying out of the weather or getting food, or, I mean, honestly, at this point, he could genuinely be anywhere.
How hopeful are you two that he will come home?
I will never give up hope on finding my child.
Optimism is at its highest, regardless.
Our son is out there. We're going to find him.
And now just, I mean, publicly, like obviously police are now investigating a landfill. People are speaking out about that. What are your thoughts about that?
Everybody has an opinion and their assumptions, and they are entitled to those. But as I've stated before, all we've asked people to do is to look at the facts, not what everybody's putting out there. If they have questions, call the law enforcement agencies, and they'll give you whatever they can give you. But the assumptions are just that. They are an assumption, your opinions. We pray for everybody, for hopefully this never happens to you. And if it ever does, then you'll understand. But I pray it doesn't.
And they're doing their job. They're looking everywhere they can their goal is the same. We just want to find him.
If you could say something to Sebastian, if he's listening right now, what would you say to him?
I would say that we love you and we miss you and we want you to come home. And just know that we all care about you so much.
You're not in trouble. That door's unlocked and waiting for you to come home. Your puppies miss you.
So the first thing that Chris says is, you're not in trouble. Why would you say that, Chris? Why would you say that? Okay. We talked about the facts. The facts are there is no evidence of Sebastian walking out of that home. The facts are they had reason to believe that he was in that landfill or they wouldn't have searched there twice. Those are the facts. No assumptions there. No assumptions.
Your family misses you. I miss you. Just come home.
Did you guys catch that? Your family misses you. I miss you. Why did he separate the two? I mean, I lived in a step-parent situation. That's family, is it not? Does he not look at Sebastian as his family? This is something I never picked up on before. Why did he separate that?
Anything else that you two want to add or clear up or anything like that? Okay.
Just help us find our son.
Gotcha. I'm just really a bad person. No, not at all.
I think it's good enough.
Okay. So interesting. I'm not sure where that went at the end there. That was kind of different. What are you guys' thoughts on this video? My first thought are the hands thing is very weird. I'm just going to say it's very weird. My second thought is that the first video, Katie was very distraught, even her voice. This video, even though she was saying all the right things, in my opinion, she wasn't as distraught as she was in the first video. Now we're only 11 days in, guys. How does that change so quickly? Right? How does that change so quickly? And then I guess the biggest thing that stood out to me with Chris is that he separated himself. Your family misses you. I miss you. I'm glad he said that he misses them, but he separated himself from your family misses you. I miss you. Why? The other thing is when they're talking directly to the very first thing that Chris said was, "You're not in trouble." I cannot get that out of my head. And he said that in more than one video. Why is he saying that to Sebastian? Why? We all know that there are some CPS records that Seth had to get a lawyer to get possession of. And let's just say that Seth is very angry. So we're not sure what Seth knows. I don't think legally. I mean, there's been a lot of speculation about those CPS records coming out, but I don't think legally that Seth can do that. I haven't looked into it too far, but I've looked into it a little bit, and I don't think legally that Seth can do that. I don't think legally he can share those. So I would not expect those to come out, guys. I would not. But there is so much going on in this case, and we're still no closer to finding Sebastian, but we're going to continue to see what we can see, right? We're going to continue going through these videos. We're going to continue to look for things that we may not have noticed before. All right, and I want to encourage you to light it up green for Sebastian. Please like and subscribe and share the video. I really want to grow my channel, and I could use your help with that. Light it up green. If you don't want to do porch lights in green, then do solar lights in green. You can do that as well. Share his picture everywhere, guys, on your social media. Do it daily. Let's get his name, his face out there. If you're able to, pass out flyers no matter where you live. Check your local Walmarts. Make sure his picture is up on their boards. Please do everything that you can think of to help with the search for Sebastian. Someone knows something. If you see something, say something. 833-TELL-DOG or 1-800-TBI-FIND or call your local FBI office. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Again, like, share, and subscribe. Really appreciate it. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching another episode of Granny's Crime Busters. We really appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to subscribe and like and even share the content. You can follow us on any of our other social media platforms at YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. We really appreciate you guys, and you can also email us at granniescrimebusters@gmail.com. Thank you so much, and we will see you on the next one.